What's up, my friends? This is Dante with Dante's Boxing Gym, coming to you with a new episode of Welcome to Boxing. Welcome to Boxing is the series that I came up with that basically answers questions that people have about boxing that they've always wanted to know, but just probably never found out. Today's question is, somebody asked, what is a cross used for in boxing? That is a great question. So for those that may not know what a cross is, a cross is if somebody's in a fighting stance in this position. I'm going to say my lead foot is my left, my back foot is my right. You want to make sure you start out making sure in boxing, you're always going to have one heel up and one heel is going to be down. And so have that back heel up when you're starting out. Make sure that your knees are kind of bent, that you kind of have a center of gravity about you. So what happens across is when you take either your backhand that can be facing outward, it can be facing a little bit forward, and you want to make sure that you either pivot your back foot forward and turn that back heel up toward the sky. And then when you're doing that, bring that back hand, which is going to be considered this right hand, and your right shoulder, and bring that straight forward while you're turning your wrist inward, and that your thumb is kind of either facing toward the floor, or it could be either facing toward like east or west position. Some people get to it differently. So again, a cross basically is if somebody's going to take their back hand and be able to throw that straight forward. Now, oftentimes, you don't necessarily want to throw a cross first. A lot of times people see a cross a mile away. So you kind of need to be able to kind of use your cross kind of sparingly. And a lot of times you want to use your jab to get yourself going, but also to kind of make the other opponent in front of you have to worry about that a lot. And so what happens, if they get kind of used to seeing this jab kind of get either flicked on them or punched on them, before you know it, you can be able to either sneak across right behind the jab, so you can be jab and then cross, and you can use it as an offensive option, as a punch and as a weapon, to be able to kind of either see clear openings on an opponent and inflict a little bit more damage on them and try to get the better of them with more options that you can use. And one of the tools that you can use is a cross. So a cross is very important, and you can be able to throw a cross either to the head or to the body. I'll switch my stance so that you all can be able to see it as a spectator on that side when I'm in an open situation. So what happens, I can take my back foot, make sure that's up. You can throw across from head to the head. You can throw across to the body. You can be able to even throw a cross within a barrage of punches. So you can be able to say, for instance, throw a right uppercut, a left hook, and then end it with the cross. And again, one of the most basic combinations that people tend to throw is usually setting up their cross by throwing the jab first, and then being able to throw the cross right behind it. So that, again, people typically see a cross coming. So if you throw a jab, somebody might freeze. You might see a little opening either in between their guard or toward their stomach, and you can be able to kind of leverage that cross in either the available options that you have in front of you that can create the most damage, either in an opponent situation or for fitness on a heavy bag or practicing on focus pads. So that's the purpose of a cross that I have for you today. Please, you all can be able to go subscribe on YouTube, we're on TikTok. You can like, comment, ask questions. And again, this is Dante from Dante's Boxing Gym. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in the streets. Peace.